my channel, y'all. I done put clothes on. I just gotta say, it's so crazy. I was actually going to upload this video yesterday, or honestly sometime this week. I don't really have a schedule. I'm lazy as hell, to be honest. If you want to know, yes, I am a Taurus. So I really stay in this bed a lot and sleep a lot because I do work from my bed and home. But for one, before I get started for this video, I just want to say I woke up to so many blessings, and I can't tell everything, but just know the universe and God, just ancestors, they just flowing to me. But thank you to Conjure Queen for reposting me, because I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe it. I really just kind of laughed because I feel like I had to get up and just say something. I don't know. It was bothering my soul, just unsettling in the stuff I was seeing. But I think I will make another video about that later, I guess. More about how do I feel about spiritual roots and stuff and how I operate. Because I feel like it also can help a lot of people that believe in God and also want to dive into divination. Because people always say you can't serve two gods, but people don't know there's more intricacies and more aspects to divination and occultism, more than people will ever know. Okay, and I'm still learning myself, so I'm still I still call myself a little baby a little bit, even though I've been in the game of divination like for a year. But I have dealt with my fair share of a lot of things and knowing that I'm being called and all that. I've been on my spiritual journey since, everyone's on their spiritual journey since the day they were born, and I highly believe that you just don't activate it yet until you realize it. So but I know I was called to do tarot, okay? So I wanted to make a video, and yes, here goes my laptop again, because I typed this up in a group that I'm in. So I did want to make, like I said, I was going to make this anyway. I did want to make a video about tarot, because I feel like a lot of people are coming into this game now, and a lot of people want to jump into tarot, just straight buying cards and all this and that. But I feel like I need to, from my perspective, and give a perspective of what tarot is, and how to conduct it, and how you can put your own spin on it, and all this and that good stuff. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. I don't really have a number count. We just gonna talk, okay? These are key tips that I would say with starting tarot. It depends how you kind of operate and how you learn and how you adjust to things when it comes to like intuitive and book based. And to be real with you, I didn't really read a lick of thing going into tarot. Like, I just kind of tried to study it, but for some reason it overcomplicated my mind. And for some reason, the way the universe and God has operated me, that I just can read it without even really knowing anything, like the actual basis. All I need to know what tarot reading is. And we know tarot reading, there's a base definition, but there also, you can put your own spin on it. It's your life, and it's your cards, and it's your gift. You can put a spin on it. That's between you and the universe. So or your higher being. So basically, when I first got my tarot cards, honestly, I just woke up one day and just God was just calling me to do this. Like, I knew I had a calling anyway, but I woke up and that was my calling. And when I first got the cards, like I said, it was overcomplicated. I just knew how to read it, and I was like reading on like very close friends. I used to sweat when doing tarot readings. Like, sometimes I still do, sometimes it get intense. So tarot depends on what kind of tarot reader you can be. You can be different types of tarot readers. Not all tarot readers are the same. I'm a tarot coach. I'm a life guidance. I help, confirm. And really, that's what tarot is to me. To confirm or deny your feelings or what you've been knowing. It's kind of just like I help you continue on your path to give you reassurance. Like, this is what it is, or this is what you think it is, or this is what's going on. That's really how it operates to me. So knowing when you start tarot, know that yes, it opens portals. And I'm tired of people, and do not pay attention to my nails, I'm tired of people going, tarot's evil, tarot's demonic, all these entities. Let me tell you this is from my perspective, and especially even if you're not into tarot, just Christianity, all that stuff, right? Spirits, we believe in spirits, right? Well, believe spirits are real, right? Spirits are everywhere. So demons are everywhere. And that's why, like, I forgot who she was, but I gotta go find her later. When you're in certain moods, you notice that certain things are enhanced. And yes, that's also due to you, so you do gotta take accountability. But also, demons and angels are waiting to push whatever narrative they need to push. So if you're looking at the cards and you're kind of blanked out about something, do not just wing it and just throw something in there. If you don't know, say you don't know. I'm still getting used to that too. Like, I can't see myself lying. That's just not how it works for me. And I don't want God to take away my powers, to be honest. But If you don't know something, you don't know something. Point blank, period. And if they get mad about it, the client, if you're reading for other people and they get mad about it, oh well. But at least more of the honesty is the best policy and it's the perfect policy to me. I'd rather be honest, tell you straight up, I don't know what it is, but this is where I can bring you close. Because in my opinion, the universe and God or whoever your higher power is, sometimes they don't want you to really actually know everything. Because if that was just, sometimes like I be on the phone with clients and whatever on my network, because I got to, like, it has a timer, whatever they pay for it. Sometimes I'll be giving a message, and when I'm getting sometimes the big parts or certain parts, phone cuts off. Why? I think because God don't think they need to hear it. Point blank. So don't wing it and don't feel bad that you don't know something when you're reading cards for people or yourself, because sometimes it's gonna bother some. You start throwing anything out there, you know, you just kind of like, you're gonna get some backlash, you know what I'm saying? Another thing with tarot is that me personally, like I said, this is all based on me and how I feel about the thing and how I do this and how I operate. Reality can change. I always think, since you know ahead of time, and don't mean like that's so Raven and sit there like, oh, I get a vision, let me go do all this and that. Because you remember in the show, whenever she tries to do that, things go left. Or things still play out anyways how she saw it anyway. So it goes left and still plays out how she saw it. More of like, you got to let things be or know when to obtain and grab. Tarot is helping you obtain and grab information to be able to know. It's almost like noted. That's really is. Like, it's like noted. Bet. Say no more, right? And you just go about it, and at least when the situations come up, you kind of know how to handle it or, you know, deter the situation. So, I feel like that's the great thing about tarot. Also, I would say everyone doesn't need to do tarot. Point blank, period, to be honest. Not everyone needs to read for people, and not everyone needs to do tarot, because that might not be your thing. You know, and there's nothing wrong with trying anything out. Try things out, but be careful what you dabble into. Yes, it opens portals. Yes, people say this is evil and blah, 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 but there's always evil, good and bad everywhere. Not even in divination, just in the world, period. Corporations, the government, all this is good and evil everywhere. That's point blank, period. So don't just go, because I know this the new thing, you know, everybody's getting to the spirituality, even though it's been here for a long time. And I'm glad for people getting to the spirituality. But do not have something like, don't have something like sitting up in your room like a demon or something like that. Or, you know, never know, like up in your face, screaming at you or whatever. Look, that's terrifying. We don't have time for that. And a lot of us have sleep paralysis. So you already know how that works. So, just make sure when you're, that's in anything, but especially tarot, because I see that a lot of people make a mistake and say they want to connect with their ancestors through tarot, and that's fine and dandy, but you need to take precautions to be able to protect yourself. You still have to protect yourself, because once like you finish with the cards, you know, you got to like close the portal, open a portal, close the portal, Palo Santo to cleanse your area, or sage, or Palo spray or sage spray. They got so many options, especially if you have roommates or a situation like that where you live with other people and you don't want to keep burning things. I know a lot of people, I used to do it, or sometimes I do it, I don't know, I blow on my cars just to blow that dust off. But like yeah, so just be very careful. Research very well and what your intentions are going into what are you really looking for, because this is opening up the matrix. This is opening up a whole portal, because there's so much, you know, people always talk about the third eye, but people never talk about, you know, third eye, like come on, let's talk about, like, you know, the whole playing with cards. Your hands are everything. So you just, like I said, you have to be careful. Don't just dabble in it because this is the new trend. Because I know everybody's like, oh my God, tarot cards. I love readings, love life, the career. I'm like, yeah, it's great. But you do have to make sure that you're not being deceived. Because, like, and I know, like, I had to remember most of these people's names, that the demons, you know, will kind of try to talk in your head. And everybody already has these thoughts sometimes too, where, you know, some thoughts kind of have you looking like, I don't think like that. So, just be very careful, and you have to have a very strong mind to mess with tarot cards. And I have thoughts sometimes too. Everybody has thoughts. That is so natural. You just have to really know your real self and your real you and how you operate and what you want out of things, you know? And if something doesn't feel right, honestly, truly, if something doesn't feel right during a reading, if it just don't really sit right, don't take it, you know. Just like how when we give general readings, a lot of us tarot readers, we give general readings, and you know, we say take what is for you and take what's not for you. Just like when the pastor be preaching, take what is for you, and what's not for you, don't take it, you know. Also looking into tarot cards when you first looking for your deck. After, I know I'm all over the place, like I said, it's not no order anyways either, don't care. But when you're looking for cards, in my opinion, definitely go what attracts you. Now, if you're in the beginner's mode, I definitely recommend Everyday Tarot by Biddy. Love her. Like, I mean, she's like literally the stamp to help out like the beginners. In I think, how do you say, Great Wyatt's Tarot. I never got that. I end up getting just the Everyday Beginners deck. And let me get that for you. So this is the deck I was talking about, just in case, you know, I know people are like visual too. This is the Everyday Tarot deck, and I swear, for me, I loved it, and I still love this deck. I don't know if I ever want to give this away. I really love the horror things. My little Taurus self, I cannot get rid of boxes, and I cannot get rid of things, as you can see. So this deck is definitely very easy for people to like kind of understand the basis of what's going on here. I feel like it gives a great description, you know. So I feel like my favorite color is purple, and do not mind, like obviously you can see on my nails that need to be redone, that's my favorite color. So I feel like this is a great way to start you off in the beginning if you're like wondering how you really can read them, because I feel like not everyone should jump into the whole entire like the whole like advanced mode. Like, this is still not even advanced to me. This still feels like still a little bit like a beginner maybe to me. But and this is also the Crystal Visions deck, if anyone's wondering. This is the Crystal Visions deck, and I really recommend this as well for people that past that point and want to be able to really read more into detail, because this is more of the Everyday Tarot is like more of like, you know, like I say, beginning, gives the stamp of what is, and it makes it real easy. Like, you know, you see how things really play out, and it makes it easy to read the story. Like I said, tarot to me is like reading a story. You are reading people's lives, and you are like investing yourself and your energy into people's lives. So get what aesthetically attracts you as well. Now, you don't have to get that, but I do recommend that if you kind of don't want to just dive in and waste your money, because you know tarot cards are not cheap. So, and this is actually a great price. I think like $15 Amazon. I don't know where else you can get them, but you can get this from anywhere. But I definitely got these from Amazon. And also make sure when you get your cards, please bless and cleanse your cards as well with Palo spray, whatever. Even, you know what, even just praying over your cards can even work too. I say prayers even after I finish. But once you get into this, more attaching to your, you got to learn about what attached to your energy, what attaches to you aesthetic wise. I'm very about aesthetics. I love it. I don't want to play with cards that I don't like to look at. Like, I mean, some people's cards are nice, but you just got to find what really fits you. Like, now I know a lot of you will probably love this deck. Like I said, Crystal Visions deck. I love this deck. Like, I really love this deck. I think it tells like a beautiful, it has a romantic, more dramatic way of telling stories. I really think a lot of people love that too, and it has a hint of purple in it for me. So so get what attracts you and all that, like what you really seem like you're stemming down to, like what makes you go ooh. Like, especially for me, when I found a deck like a ooh, like, oh, I like this, like that's to me, I'm gonna get those cards. I got some cards I'm still gonna get. I just can't, I don't want to spend the money right now. So yeah, I definitely say that when it comes to decks, starting with a beginner's deck and all that stuff. Bond with your cards. I'm looking at my notes. Bond with your cards. You can sleep with them, read on yourself, and etc. Also, I don't know, just like sometimes just pull a card at the deck. And that's what I started off doing, even if you, I don't know if I deleted off my Instagram, Shades Tarot, but like, you can even see when people used to see me, I just hold up one card and just say what the meaning was. And I even ask people for feedback, complete strangers. Like, I mean, no one's really can bash you, you know. So I guess, and I still ask for feedback to this day. Like, I always, people ask for feedback, even though that message isn't for you. Just tell me what you think, you know. So yeah, like if you start off with one card, like, okay, I'm gonna read this card, Nine of Wands. Now, when you see Nine of Wands, what you think? Creativity. Even look at the theme into these cards, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the faces, look at the emotion, what sense you get, especially depending on who you're reading on. And I will say, when it comes to reading on people, if you want to read on people, and if you're confident, because you got to be confident reading on people. I will say get very close friends, like very close, because I don't know, I sweat really bad when I had to read cards for people at first, even from my old best friend, and she sweats just like me, luckily. So it made it even better that we both were just nervous, just and just, you don't even have to pull a full, like, I know you see, everybody sees, like, the people just, like, I know I'm at that point to where we're just pulling cards. We have this whole big, whole spread. You don't need a big spread. I used to start off with one card, call it a day, like, or 2 cards, call it a day, okay? Because a spirit, universe, higher power, whoever you believe in, knows how much you can handle, you know? So, don't push yourself. Practice, okay? Even though this is intuitive, sometimes even I practice on myself a lot. I still do it. I give a whole, like, now I'm at that point, I give myself a full month's reading, like, you know? So kind of just practice on yourself, practice on others that are comfortable with it, and make sure, please, when you're practicing on people, please ask permission when you're doing it, of course. Also make sure they're comfortable, and also if they don't know anything and have a background in this, explain to them what this is, because some people, I mean, they respect it, but people wouldn't want you to, you know, put this on them. So, and you know, that's just, you know, how the world works. If you now that's definitely one thing, if you let anyone touch your cards, please cleanse them after, because some people, now some readers like to give people the deck, like to touch, to put their energy on it, and then, you know, get to going and whatever back. I'm one of those people, do not touch my cards. Like, I just don't feel comfortable. Now, some people can touch my cards. Some people can touch it. Some. My boyfriend that's bothering. I don't know. I don't really want people really touching cards too much. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on the person and how you operate and what feels right for you. If somebody touch your cards and you don't feel right, take the cards back and cleanse your cards. So, yeah, if you let anyone touch it, either way, still cleanse it. Even if you touch your own cards, you have to cleanse it, because, you know, this is, like I said, it's a whole gate. It's a whole portal. People can think this is a game all they want, but this is a whole entire portal. Also, like I said, cards are probably not meant for you. That's okay. You could be called also you can be called to read Oracle as well. This is my Oracle deck. Of course, it's purple as well. Tarot for some people. Now, let's say for me, tarot is in the detail for me personally, and it's opposite for some people now. Tarot gives me the detail, gives me the storyline. Oracle gives me the overall theme, gives me the, like, you know, you think about language arts and they be like, what's the overall theme of this? That's what Oracle is to me. Oracle is the overall theme. And this is also Witch's Wisdom. Yeah, this is the Witch's Wisdom deck. I also got this from Amazon as well, but I'm really starting to get more on my decks from Etsy, because explain that. I love Etsy, by the way. And if you're looking for Palo, all that good stuff, Etsy. Okay, I'm a rave about Etsy. There's so many people up there that do what you do or interested in what you do, and it's so open and it's so honest, and you can look at more honest reviews instead of Amazon. Even if you don't trust to get this beginner's deck from Amazon, you don't have to. I bet you Etsy has it. So yeah, you know, sometimes, and some people find out, like, some people have a whole tarot deck and don't read on nobody. Don't even read on themselves. Some people just realize, this is not for me. It's okay if tarot's not for you. Maybe Oracle is for you, you know? So, and like I said, I want to show you this too, maybe if you got interested. But this is the Witch's Wisdom deck. Hold on, let's see if we get that. I feel like you guys will love this deck too as well. And I feel like Oracle cards are way easier to read as well. Or like it can give more clues to things that, like I said, it'll give more clues to, like, let's say you pull out some cards in the deck, right? For your tarot deck. And it's not really making sense too. That's when I was talking about, like, don't just throw anything. Now, if you do decide to get both of these can help clarify. That's why I think, in my mind, it can help clarify. So it's like, I don't know what this Nine of Wands is really going for. I have a feeling. All right, shuffle up that Oracle deck. Boom, like whatever comes out, and I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure it will make sense. So but yeah, but not everyone's meant to do tarot, and not everyone's meant to read on folks. Some of you will actually find in your calling that you're meant to read on folks. Some of you will just find out that you just need this for yourself, because, you know, shadow work is important. Also, I will definitely say that too. When reading on people, please make sure you take care of yourself. I know people look at me sometimes and I just close my shop. Not saying I just close it randomly. Sometimes I do. But sometimes, like, honestly, you just don't feel like doing it that day. I love what I do. I literally will love what I do. But if I'm not down for it that day, or I just get up and I'm just not feeling it, I'm just not gonna do it. You know, straight up, I'm not gonna do it. Now, some people, I might do one that day, and that's it. You know, like, and that's it. Now, over time, it really depends on how you work about your energy, your shadow work. And people always think shadow work means spells, this, that, self-love candles. Now, I'm not to down that, because I definitely, you know, I'm for self-love and however you want to do it. But also remember, the power isn't within yourself. And if you don't have the power and you don't love yourself, you're not like really stable in your mind, you don't need to be reading cards to people, for people. Because it would be very conflicting. And sometimes I will let you know too, do not let yourself project your story onto others, because you could get it wrong. Now, sometimes you could get it right. Now, sometimes also, I've done it a couple times, especially when I do my daily messages. I have done messages and they sound like they're just for me now, but I know they're not for me. Like, you'll get it. Like, they seem like it's just, some people just happen to be going through the same stuff you're going through. And a lot of people are not at the same time. Some people are, you know, different paths, different lives. So if you're not up for it that day, or you don't really feel good, or you kind of questioning, don't read that day. Go study. Go do whatever you need to do to be able to get yourself back to that. And also a little dabble in and like I said, research every single thing, you know, and whatever fits you and whatever finds you. I love these two decks, so I will link these in the bio for you guys too, by the way, actually. Also, to clarify, I do love to use pendulums. This is my newest one. And of course, purple for my other one. Pendulums are, of course, give yes or no answers, and they help clarify a little bit more. And I would advise to still kind of bond. I feel like you have to bond with every single thing, because your cards also will be a great thing, because your cards know you too as well. Of course, because the spirit realm knows everything, and it knows everybody, everything, every single thing inside and out. Pulling cards in yourself, ask your deck, how does your deck feel about you when you're bonding with it? And I bet you it'll tell you straight up how it feels about you. It might, like, look, the first time when I pulled cards on myself, the first time I pulled cards on myself to like see how my cards felt about me, I was like, oh, and I was like, I'm like, okay, like, we're still getting to know each other, so that's cool. But I also advise bonding with your pendulums as well, because now maybe it's just me, but this new pendulum I got, so this pendulum for me goes to the right, no, to the left, yes. And when you get pendulums, the first thing you should ask for, one, of course, cleanse it. Two, ask, show me which one is no, and show me which one is yes. And it'll show you. And then it has a maybe side too. And sometimes when it spins in a circle, that means it's just like, hey, look, no answer. You know, that's happened to me a couple times. So, and that's why I said, if you just don't know, you just don't know. Let the people know if you're reading for other people. Even take it for yourself. Now, with this other pendulum, when I ask it to show me no or yes, at first it went the opposite way, I think, but I had to bond with it a little bit more, and I think we're getting on track now. Like, so I believe we're getting on track. Like, hey, buddy, like, I can't work my brain that way. So I feel like the pendulum and, you know, spirits know, you know, that's not how this is going to work here. We got to work together. So, you can even clarify with that. Now, I'm at that point where, like, some people, I like to, now, I don't know, I'm a little different. I will read you the tarot deck. I'll read you the tarot deck and tell you what the basic readings say. And then I'll come by and clarify with the themes with the oracle. And then on top of that, for any yes or no questions or to get more in-depth, pendulum. So, yeah, I you know, I didn't really have a list of how I was going. I just wanted to talk and just tell you guys. I talk a lot. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or anything, you know, leave it below. I'll try to, you know, reply to everybody. Conjurer Queen done got me popping today. So if you really need to catch me, Instagram is where you can catch me. I'm on my phone all day because, you know, that's my job. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this helped you out. And I think I'm just going to make some more videos later about tarot, but I just want to get that out there since a lot of people are dabbling in that now. So make sure you do your research. Choose what feels right for you. Go with the flow. Know what is not for you and what is for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great day. And, you know, like, subscribe.